That's why I was a little confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the way I.
And I think until you get into the legal documents, what it's being, characterized as, it's just two of us getting together and we're gonna share and both better each other. And so that's when we got into, if it truly was just a merger of equals or what was going to be the resulting entity. And I think when you got into it with their attorney, it became clear it was much more than that. And so we have that, and then we started raising the questions, are there ways that we can, if it's good for the elevator, and we make no judgment about that, I don't think, but we're saying if that's what they do truly want to do, can we, and it would seem, that, is there something we can do in terms of our policy, and we talked about all, that we should be changing? Is there a level of expectation that would be okay, that would get us through this?
I don't think we have enough information about what the end result is going to look like to make a decision.
I got these little things coming through my head. One of them says the only reason it's a profitable sale right now is because of the dollars that the city poured into that business to make it the way it is. So, right now I'm not, and I've seen their numbers over the years in the paper for profits. I'm not too worried about this. If they lose that, right now, that's my feelings. Now, I don't know enough either, like Ted says, to know that I can be swayed the other way or want to see that policy changed in this instance.
Well, we're not even necessarily talking about just this instance, we're talking about overall, because as we keep going forward each day, we're gonna get more of these requests, and
I think that we have also said that we need to, policy, but each one seems to be a little different, and that's why we have to review them. And each of them bring into different situations or different scenarios.
If we make a policy change, does it in fact make it more appealing for outside businesses to come in and buy up our smaller businesses in town because of the money that's been poured in?
Well, and again, I just want to start the discussion, and I'm not here for the Farmers Co-op elevator. That's what really was the impetus for this whole thing, and I don't think we have enough of that information. I haven't seen any sort of proposed or contingency purchase agreements or anything like that, merger documents that would be contingent upon this approval. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you make it attractive for people to invest in Rushford, that's looking at it in one sense, but in another sense, are you making it attractive for people to pilfer Rushford? Right. And that's where I think maybe you can meet your policy objectives by tying it something to A, the loan guarantees, B, tie it to jobs, C, tie it to payroll level, different things that you could do to potentially meet your policy objectives by keeping the assets here, keeping the jobs here, and not have this, bright line, 10 years, it's got to be, otherwise, you got to pay it all back. I mean, at that point, at some point, someone's just going to say, screw it, and either close their doors or, leave, and then you're chasing after it. So can we do something different than this 10-year rule or 5-year rule, whatever it may be, for this forgiveness, depending, I think, the loan levels, but in any event, is there something else that we can do? Can we tie it? Something else? And I'm not advocating for one or the other, obviously.
It seems to me that as long as the new entity leaves the same number of jobs in Rushford as was agreed and meets all of the requirements that the original, in this case the elevator, signed, the ownership of it is less important than the fact that the jobs stay and the other conditions of the loan are met. Because at the end of the 10 years, they can move out and there's no consequences.